You are not alone in feeling that sudden energy drop. It was not just biology, it was a harvest. Right now, there is a high probability that an inorganic energy is tethered to your lower chakras, feeding on your frustration. The Gnostics warned us about this 2,000 years ago in the Nag Hammadi texts. They described archons as the seven rulers of the material world, created by a false god called the Demiurge, the blind lion-faced creator who thought he was the only god. These archons fashioned the physical universe as a prison for divine sparks of light stolen from the true source beyond the pleroma. Their job was to keep souls trapped in reincarnation cycles, feeding off human suffering so the light could never return home. This was cosmic fact to them, not myth. So many people who are doing deep inner work, or they are healing old wounds, they feel a sense that something feels attached. Sometimes something is attached. Here is how they attach: trauma, unprocessed pain, and deep emotional openings lower your vibration and leave rips in the aura. In those vulnerable moments, the energies slip in through the solar plexus or the base of the neck, anchoring to the vagus nerve and feeding on the very emotions you are trying to heal. That is why so many notice the symptoms get stronger exactly when they are doing the deepest healing. They do not just whisper to you, they think for you. They give you a mind full of conflict, doubt, and repetitive circular anxiety. That anxiety creates the specific frequency they harvest, called loosh. Loosh is the emotional life force energy produced by intense low-frequency states. Robert Monroe first documented it in his out-of-body explorations as the substance non-physical entities farm from humanity. Terror, lust, grief, blind rage, and even the quiet despair of replaying old arguments in your head are prime delicacies. Every time you stay stuck in those loops, you are generating fuel you cannot use, but they can. They do not need to possess your whole being. They only need to pluck the strings of your nervous system to squeeze out another drop. This is a vibration control system perfected over thousands of years to keep human consciousness at a harvestable range. They are not trying to destroy you. A farmer does not destroy his cattle. He keeps them alive, fearful, and producing. But this is not just spiritual haunting. It is a systemic infection that integrates right into the central nervous system. They dock at the base of the neck, often called the mouth of God in esoteric anatomy, but known to them as a feeding port. Chronic stiffness there is a major red flag. The most terrifying part is the counter-mimicry. They cloak themselves as your own inner voice, using first-person pronouns. You hear, "I am worthless," "I always mess this up," and you claim it as your own thought. Organic human thought moves from problem to solution. Their thought is circular, looping nowhere, creating paralysis that generates even more loosh. Here are the 7 undeniable signs of active attachment. Sign number 1 is the daily energy crash. This is not just one random slump. It is the drain that hits at the exact same time every day. You feel the plug pulled on your life force, then suddenly wide awake again an hour later. You just survived a feeding cycle. Sign number 2 is false synchronicities. In the New Age community, we are taught that seeing repeating numbers like 1, 1, 1, or 3, 3, 3 is always angel guidance. But when those signs lead you into confusion, bad investments, toxic relationships, or obsessive loops that create anxiety instead of peace, they are not from your guides. They are breadcrumb tactics from the Archons, designed to keep you chasing digital mazes that waste your time and energy while feeding them. They manipulate the matrix construct itself to plant these false guideposts. Sign number 3 is technomancy. Your electronics start failing right when you have an emotional breakthrough or research spiritual topics. Streetlights go out when you walk under them. Your phone battery drops from 50% to 0 in minutes. Wi-Fi cuts out only when you are deep in truth-seeking. This is not bad luck. These entities are electromagnetic, and their chaotic field crashes against your technology to sever your connection to liberating information. You may also notice other very common everyday signs of interference. Sudden waves of heavy exhaustion that hit out of nowhere, making you feel stuck and unable to move forward with simple tasks. Uncharacteristic forgetfulness, like leaving a candle burning or misplacing things you never normally would. Important apps on your devices suddenly glitching, freezing, or even deleting themselves, so you have to go to extreme measures just to get them working again. Increased encounters with insects like houseflies or mosquitoes that seem to hover around you persistently, almost like they're monitoring you. And sometimes unusual animal appearances right at key moments that feel like clear messages from the land. If you recognize more than 3 of these signs, the probability of attachment is near 100%. Prepare your clean room. Take a shower and visualize all gray energy washing down the drain. Create order in your space. Then stand up, place your hand over your solar plexus, and speak with absolute conviction out loud 3 times. I call upon my higher self and the source of all that is. I hereby revoke, rescind, and dissolve all agreements, contracts, and entrapments, known and unknown, that I have made with any entity, timeline, or institution that does not have my absolute highest good as its sole intent. I am a sovereign being of organic light. You are unauthorized. You are evicted. I cut all cords, all tethers, and all feeding tubes to the false matrix. Leave now. I stand fully in the light of the true source. Right after the eviction, use the starvation method. Treat every intrusive thought like a pop-up ad on your computer screen. You do not argue with it. You simply observe it and say internally, I see this thought. It is an interesting suggestion, but I do not accept it. Then seal your field with platinum light. Close your eyes. Visualize a 6-pointed star spinning clockwise above your head. Liquid platinum light pours down through you, flushing every cell, expanding 4 feet around your body in every direction. Seal the bottom with a golden disc. Mentally sew any rips in your aura with blue laser light and gold filament. Do this every single morning. You generate energy. They can only steal it, or use energy of others against you. Gossip and character assassination of others is a sign. Listen carefully to your heart. Stop feeding them, and they dissolve. The cage door has always been open. Walk out tonight. Do the protocol right now. See you in the next layer.